How's it going, everybody? It's gonna be a pretty short stream tonight. Whoa, why is it so stuttery right now? Weird. Let's try resetting it real quick. That was weird. But yeah, today is gonna be just a short stream. Maybe finish a few quests. Let's kill these Orokos.
We have no quarrel with you.
I keep on forgetting
Please
that
go.
you can get the upper hand by attacking them in the overworld. Of course he turned around. Let's do this. There we go. Mine roll. Some vegetal fibers naturally attract minerals like magnets. Equipment. Oh, you have to go to a crafting table, I think.
won't enjoy this, nor will you.
Gregor bet till he had nothing left. One day he had an idea to bet something he had never bet on before, and now old Greg's laying here. Or lying here. Poor Greg bet his life. Membrane crafting recipe. Piece of treated monster leather which can be outfitted for many purposes. Dunrer, kill 5. 5 Gurn. Okay. Hey you two, did you happen to find some weird mushrooms on the way here? Mushroom? Or an apple or a pear, anything, as long as it's crystal. Crystal fruit? Does such a thing exist? It depends. Say, you're not against earning a little money, are you? Can't say we're against it. Then open your ears, it'll be worth your while. A few months ago, crystal vegetation began appearing on Herelsor in a total random pattern. Sometimes a crystal apple would grow on a tree, sometimes a mushroom, sometimes a flower. No one can explain why it happened, but nevertheless, it did. Some people collect them because, sorry, I can't say it with a straight face, because they're pretty. Others because they can fetch a pretty penny for it. And you're not one of those people, apparently. No, I'm a researcher. I'm trying to understand why they appeared. And for that, you need specimens to study. Exactly. I'm willing to invest my own possessions in order to get a hold of these rarities. I've got some baubles I'm willing to part with to that end. If you're interested, I'll give you a reward each time you bring me 10 of these fruit. We'll certainly consider it if we find some of your treasured fruit. I'll be extremely grateful if you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I wish to remain alone. Techno bandits. We're bandits. Bands of techno. Alright, here we go.
Don't worry, I got this.
Player initiative. Finish the battle without using the same skill twice. Oh, they have cool weapons.
Take this.
Crater, lend me your strength.
Finish the battle without moving characters. Easy enough.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Take this.
Let's try fire. Okay, so they're weak to fire. Celestian alloy crafting recipe. Oh man, are we gonna be able to go through all that space? Everything's been pretty linear, but that seems pretty open. Hey there. Hi there, fella. Can I help you with something? Oh, nothing. Just wanted to strike up a conversation, I guess. Nice scenery, right? There's nothing like this view over Herelsor. Every evening I come here to pray to Ilvana. The wind here, it makes my soul breathe, makes me whole again, at one with the world. Life is full of these small moments of grace. We have to seize every moment we can, right? There's a chest there. Yup. It looks empty. Maybe because it is sun. What? You want to know what was inside? Not really. Unless you want to tell me, of course. I mean, I don't want to be rude or anything. It's not important what's inside. Of course not, of course not. Still, for the sake of conversation, if I told you I wanted to know what it was inside, would you say? Say, if you're that curious about what's inside the chest, why don't you go and open some chests of your own? Oh, I didn't come here for that. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you if you want, but first you have to tell me straight-faced and eye to eye that you've opened 100 chests. That's a weird thing to ask. Open 100 chests to find out what's inside one? I mean, what kind of maniac would do that? Hey, I'm not forcing you, kid. Okay, still, Gramps, I probably won't do it. Fine by me. Don't get your hopes up. I won't. Okay then, see you later. Or not. Of course I'm gonna open 100 chests. What kind of foolishness is this? Here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Last words. Very next to his master, here lies Wobble, who loved nothing more than to sit on his master's lap. This beloved 800-pound neckaroo, caught in error, been taken out of the canoe. Out in the canoe. Oops. They sunk.
I won't back down!
Kill the marked enemy last. Wait, we want to use fire?
A prayer for your wayward soul.
Okay. Oh, I see. Hmm. Alright, we'll go with Celine then. Billion will go here. Darian will go to green. She'll move to green. Darian to purple. Celine to here. Oh, you just had to go over it again? Weird. Mastering chess guard. Okay. Shit, I thought that was an enemy.
If I can't find a way, I'll make one!
I wonder if it can be the same alterations. You might just resist it all though. Ult is scan mode. Alright. We'll try it again. Out of mana. Shit. Oh well. Oh, crystal fruit. Wonder how many of those I passed. Oh, here's some Dunrers.
A prayer for your wayward soul.
Perform attacks from behind. We'll get this one with that.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually considered at the back. Yep, okay, cool.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Jeez. Adjust this a little bit. Go ahead and kill this one. actually helped. Oh, come on.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Thing is, I won't have enough MP to use it. Alright, let's just kill him.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Just in time. Done. And I think that also completes that quest as well. A hero never gives up. He was right, he would never give up, so his body did instead. Stoneblade crafting recipe, which I think I already have that. Let's see. Quests. So we've got that one done. Let's start following this one. Let's do this puzzle real quick and then we'll kill these Gurn. Then go back to town to turn in both of those quests. Alright, let's see. Ooh, nick of time. Got a new robe for Celine. Equipment. Celine, robe, Astrian robe. Perfect.
I won't back down!
I'm not concerned about that. Fire Rift. Oh, completely resistant to magic.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
Got some obsidian. Just 2 more gurns.
Crater, lend me your strength.
Let's check these ruins real quick. I think I'll just teleport back to the tavern. Revered Krator till the very end. I prayed to be strong and fierce. I was born a weakling and I died a weakling, yet I don't regret my prayers. We're using tokens to trade between ourselves. It has become so commonplace outside of the large cities that even merchants have started to use them. Foraging safely is easier than most think. Monsters are belligerent yet predictable. Mark this real quick. not here to trade, here to rest. Actually, what I can do... this... Actually... Nope. If I talk to him... I can't open it. Okay. Hold on one second. Oh man, I don't even have... Let us do this. Clear. There we go. Okay, perfect. It's like the second misspelling that I found. Since the corrosion outbreak, they don't allow us to easily in the large cities, so we're using these stone platforms to conduct trades with merchants who are still allowed to come and go inside the city. I'm here to watch the countryside for monsters, but most of the time Hey, you two, break it up or I'll dump you into the lake. I don't understand. What is this? That's bizarre. Alright, we'll go ahead and camp. Oh, sweet, we can just turn him in at any hunting board. Good to know. Right, hunt crocotus and hunt orocos. And here's the save point. welcome. Do you need assistance with something? Not really. Why? Why is this is a tabernacle, of course, a place for travelers to rest, pray, talk, and ask for help. Ask for help? If the gods don't answer your prayers, the next thing to do is ask your fellow man. Ever heard of this precept? It's more of a popular saying than an actual precept from the epigrams. Maybe so. Anyway, the corrosion has forced us to change a lot of our customs. Now that all the major cities are beginning to close their doors to the vagrants, many people have started to come here in order to seek the assistance they are denied elsewhere. Assistance? On what kind of matters? All kinds. Problems brought here by people of many trades and allegiances. Some of them are solved by wit, others by money, and others by the sword. I have little doubt that a Sanctorum priestess and her bodyguard will prove helpful in these difficult times. This is why I'd like to ask you to keep an eye out for lanterns. If you see some floating above a tabernacle, it means that someone down there needs some kind of assistance or attention. Floating lanterns, huh? We're on a pressing errands ourselves. I don't know if we'll be able to help everyone or anyone for that matter, as expected from representatives of Sanctorum. Don't worry, if you don't, someone else will eventually. That's the whole point of these tabernacles. And even if you have promised them to help, people can take a clue. If they don't see you coming back, see you stray too far from here, they will ask someone else. So you're saying that if we aim to help these people in tabernacles, we shouldn't either dawdle too long or stray too far, is that it? From the moment you promise them your aid, yes. If they see you to go to Herelsor or reach another region, they will understand that they have to find help elsewhere and leave the tabernacle. Just like that. Again, we are living through difficult times. People have learned to expect the worst. They're losing faith in the Sanctorium. Is that what you mean? Don't worry, sir. We will try to keep out for people in need. Thank you. So is that what those purple crystals mean? Like those crystal markers? Still don't know what that means. What the hell? Oh, maybe maybe they'll be here at a different time? Like at night, maybe. What's that thing? Dunner. Level 15. Oh. I think this is for Roko. Kill an enemy after each of the characters have hit them.
will commend your soul to the gods. By the will of the gods.
Icicle strike. Four, five, six, seven. 2, 3. Yeah, this is the right path for me, at least. Alright, let's go ahead and reach. Actually, there's an Oroko around here.
I loathe to use the Force this way.
Kill the marked enemy last, okay? Oh. Let's go in and try resting until like 8. And run over to the crystal over here. See if this has changed. I don't get it. Weird. The size of the pickle I'm in. Hello, what? I need to get some materials for Master Karag, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Gathering materials in the plains? That's a dangerous job for a kid. He gave me a knife to fend for myself. Or to skin a dead Dunrer. I can't remember which. You should stay within the city walls. The monsters are restless. Right? That's what I told him, but he still sent me off to get some Dunrer antlers and bones. Find a carcass and bring it back to me, he said. Sending street urchins on dangerous errands. Business as usual in Herelsor. Herelsor? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to fetch? 4 Dunrer bones and 2 pairs of Dunrer antlers. There are Dunrer all over the plain, so I'm supposed to find all the remains of a dead one somewhere, but... Stay here, kid. It's too dangerous for you to roam outside alone. Are you gonna get me the Dunrer parts for me? If you do, then you should know that the way to find the best parts is to challenge the strongest beasts. Don't get too worked up. Four Dunrer bones and 2 Dunrer antlers. I feel like we have that. We have to. Hello there, Opak. You brought a friend with you? Me? Oh, don't mind me, grown up. I'm just here to chat with my old cousin Opak. Right, cousin? Yeah, my friends are here now, Croc. You can go away now. Your cousin isn't bothering us. We brought you what your master wanted, bones and antlers. You won't have to gather the parts now. You did? Great. Now go away, Crocodile. It doesn't concern you. Oh. I see you're doing well for yourself, Opak. A real straight-up guy. Beaver's gonna be so proud of you. Yeah. And, by the way, Opak, why don't you tell your new friend what you did with the money? What money? Money Master Kara gave him. You know, to buy Dunrer parts. Croc, shut up. Oh, whoops. I guess I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, huh? Well, I guess I'm out of here. I'll leave you to your explaining, cousin. You told me your master sent you to get those parts yourself. Hello, it's Ghosty Guy. Thank you for the reminder. And take a drink, okay? Thank you. How are you doing tonight? Well, I may have just lied a little. You really think we don't have anything better to do? Darian. I know, Celine. I haven't forgotten how it was. Okay, I lied and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have manipulated you into fetching those antlers, but I really needed the money. I don't have the money anymore, but I may have a valuable blueprint for you. I'll give it to you, actually. Surely you have some antlers or bones left on top of what you gave me, right? Why? Look at your priestess's lousy staff. Don't you wish you had something better? I don't know what you're implying, buddy. Don't push your luck. Take the blueprint, okay? It's worth more than the parts. You know I'm right. Give me that and scram, little imp. Thank you, guys. I knew you were good chums. I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to complete some quests real quick. Shamanic staff crafting recipe. Have you played this game before? Most of us have family here in Herelsor, yet they won't open the doors. Know who's happy about the Arclight? The consort. They're going to jump at the opportunity to ban whoever tech's still illegal. Whatever tech's still illegal. We lost Arcadia in just an instant. Can't believe it. So... This is kind of close to the beginning, so there hasn't been really much going on. Like, the basic outline is like you were a soldier, and you were attacked by this. Well, before that, there's like this alien civilization that's come to this planet to help the humans that are on this planet, and they were helping them with their technology. And one day that they found that the humans weren't really like deserving of the technology, so they started to take it all back and like attack them and stuff, and started a big war. And then it cuts to you and a group of your soldier, like in your squad, and you're all hanging out, and there's a big attack and everybody dies, and you're trying to escort a priest. Hey, thanks for the sub, squad. How's it going, man? I was just explaining the game here to It's Ghost Guy. So yeah, you escort a priest and to kind of like stop the battle. So they like sacrifice themselves to summon this like giant energy god hand or something to blow up the ships. So it stays off the attack. And there's also an illness that's going around called the corrosion, which takes over people and turns them into like shadow versions of themselves, it seems like. And right before the attack, you got a letter from your sister, who is this priestess here that's following me around, that your mother has caught the corrosion. So after the big battle, you go to your mother, and your sister tells you that she thinks she's found a cure to the corrosion. And that's kind of where we are now. Trying to get to the main city, which is right here at this gate, it looks like. But I have a feeling we're going to be turned away. And that's pretty much the story so far. But yeah, the game is actually pretty cool. I can show you like the combat system if you haven't been watching for a little bit. But it's like a turn-based RPG, typical like JRPG fashion. However, there's a tactical side to it where you can move around the environment. Wish my stepmother would catch the corrosion. Yikes.
I won't enjoy this, nor will you.
So every battle that you get into, it has like this little bonus that you can try to go for. So for the instance, this one means you have to take 591 damage. So that's just kind of like a bonus to get a bonus reward for the battle. And then, like I said, you have a grid here that you can move around and try to flank enemies and get behind them to do more damage from back attacks. It does critical damage when you get behind them. You can also try and stack up your party, or if someone's casting a spell on a hex, you can move out of the way on your turn to try and avoid the attacks. Yeah, it's very much like Final Fantasy in the turn-based respect, and kind of the environment, it reminds me of Final Fantasy as well. So yeah, you have different abilities that you unlock with your weapon. You attach crystals to your weapons, and they provide different abilities. So like lightning strike. And then the priestess is more of like your caster. And there's some spells that can target like the nexus that or the hexagon, or a single target. So this one would hit both of these guys. The interesting thing is, like, during your casting, if you get hit by enough attacks, it'll completely interrupt the spell. But you can also do the same to the enemies. If they're casting an ability and you hit them with an attack, you can interrupt their abilities. You can collect items from the environment that are glowing, do quests, and like for the inventory system, you can equip, you know, a bunch of different types of armor and weapons. And then your weapons are what you attach the crystals to. So for instance, we can take a look at Celine's. Like her staff has all these different nodes. We'll just go ahead and wipe it. So you start with the center one. You attach like the crystal that you want. And so for instance, like some have spells and abilities. You can just pop them in. And then each node also has like a passive effect. Like this one, Wave of Power increases magic damage by 10%. So if you stack something in here, let's say Ice Rift gem, you get that bonus as well as any bonus from the gem. Well, I gotta hop off. Got work tomorrow, but I'm hosting your stream. I hope some of my followers hop in there. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out for a little bit. Spring with 1 magic, 1 speed. Just do the magic. Then do Fire Rift, Earth Rift. Go ahead and do this one. Okay. Will do. Let's see. Was there a Fire Rift with incantation? Yep, so we'll do that. And then we'll get this one here. With Spring again. Because this one removes the ability, the spell, so. But in return, there's a 37% chance when you get hit to cast the Spring on yourself automatically. So it's a good way to self-heal. But yeah, currently this game just came out of early access on Steam, and it'll be arriving to consoles in the near future, from my understanding. Thanks, Ronan. Have a good night yourself. I'm sure I'll pop by your stream tomorrow while I'm working. It was the last one we talked to. I'll probably be heading out here in a second myself, so. Why did we leave home? Because the arc light blew up. What's the arc light? The big building near the city, remember? With the big crystal? It blew up? Yeah, our home too. Why did the archlight blow up? I don't know, Lily. Why did we leave home? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. Do you mind if we speak later? Some of us decided to stay in what remains of the city, though it's been overrun by monsters. We've lost our city. Pay heed to this lesson. No one is safe. We're all hungry, and some of us are wounded. Some says the Archelites sabotaged the Archlight and caused the explosion. Sabotage. Archlight was viable. It was viable. We would have won the war. We would have. None of these are providing really valuable information. Alright, let's save it here. Go ahead and talk to Quest Giver. Or the quest objective, rather. Halt. Keep your distance. Access to the city is restricted. Nobody gets through. How long will it take exactly? No one can say. Please look at this safe conduct from the Sanctorium. I believe that it should be enough to grant us access to the city. I think it should be like a safe conduct pass or something extra there. It seems a safe conduct. What do you think? Seems legit to you? Seems right, yeah. Besides, look at her garb. She's like pretty official stuff. Yeah, you can go. You know of a guy named Alfarius by any chance? Doesn't ring a bell. Better luck asking people inside. Thank you. That easy. There's gotta be a catch somewhere. Alright. Into the city. Answering continent, New Herelsor, City of the Wind. And so, in the wakes of what is known today as the Arcadian Catastrophe, the consort, with the assent of the Council, has forbidden the use of all crystal catalysts until further notice. Each household will have to relinquish all catalysts for the... But what are we gonna do? We can't operate our harvesters without catalysts. Is this some kind of sick joke? Damn it. Damn Arcadians again. They're making it worse for everyone. Told you so. I told you so. Don't use those damn machines. Told you. Things are getting worse by the day. The same goes for Mom. So, how are we gonna find your mentor? Yeah, so, what was that note already? Find me in Herelsor. I'll be sporting a very well-groomed mustache. That's our only lead? Yep. This keeps getting better and better. Things will work out just fine, you'll see. Let's ask around and see if anyone's seen him. On the Daedalus and the Cancer Arbiter. Crafting. Oh, okay. So you can merge crystals. That's pretty sweet. Oh, everything has a spell on it. It's just we don't have a character. Okay, this one doesn't. Alright, well maybe we should keep these crystals for now. That way, once we get more characters, we'll be able to use them. Oh, here's some blueprints. Wish you could see the, like what they do. You two, a minute of your time, please. Then be quick, we have little to spare. It will be short, I promise. Have you seen a Dunmer around these parts? Dunmer? We've seen a lot of them, actually. The one we're seeking is different than most. It's sporting a single horn among its antlers. And his mane, Rill. Don't forget its mane. Of course, sir. Its mane shined brightly in the moonlight. You wouldn't be able to miss it even if you wanted to. I would never forget it, never forget how magnificent it was. And I want it dead. I want that Dunmer dead. Kill it and bring me back its horn. Priestess, you cannot refuse me this. You cannot deny me salvation. Please save the soul of this dying old man. A moment, old man. We have not seen the Dunmer you seek, and we have no time to go on big game hunting. I don't understand, why is the fate of this beast entangled with your own? 30 years ago, the Dunmer, it killed, and my son, he's... Don't let yourself be overwhelmed by emotion, my lord. You know the anger makes the worst of your condition. Allow me to continue. 30 years ago, a Dunmer erupted into Master's domain, but in a moment, it threw itself at a young man who had just completed his coming-of-age ceremony and pierced him with its horn. Then just as quickly as it came, it disappeared, leaving behind the lifeless body of my master's only heir. We have scoured the world year after year to track it down, provided they are willing to cooperate, of course. To no avail until now. We know that this Dunmer is prowling around Herelsor. Why do you want its horn? A token of its demise, and I need it. I need it. That is all you need to know. Let's leave it at that. So, will you do it? If by chance we find that beast on our travels, then we will answer your plight. There's also a monetary reward if it's any incentive for you to reconsider your doubtless busy schedule. Also, all of the hunters in the region may have valuable information on the beast's whereabouts, provided they are willing to cooperate, of course. A Dunmer with a horn and a mane that shines in the moonlight. This can't be right. This can't be an Erlich. Erlich? What's an Erlich? A mythical beast, presumably anointed by the gods, tasked to bring their wisdom to the people of Arion. But they disappeared centuries ago. Any chance the old man's story is made up? I don't know. He seemed pretty serious, and the part about his son is making me uneasy. Why? The Erlichs have been known to occasionally kill young men on the day they came of age. Apparently they were gifted with foresight, but one gaze and they could determine the future of a person. And they would use that gift for one purpose and one purpose only. To find people who would commit horrible crimes and terrible atrocities, and kill them before they reached that moment of their lives. In order to prevent those atrocities from happening, right? Exactly. So the son of that old man was to become a murderer or something like that? Maybe even worse. But killing someone who is innocent at the moment of their life, I don't know how I feel about that. It's like Minority Report. You're guilty of future crime. Gem cutter. Alright, so we have the stone cutter. The gem cutter has power 14, attack 14, speed 14, and HP 137. Or... wait, what's the difference? Just look. 14, 14, 14. 137, 137, they're the exact same. I kind of like the look of this one better though. And Celine, deal additional area of fire damages on the target nexus. Sweet. Not sure if they're any good, but... Hey, look at me. Look at me. I leave you 1 month with that sword and it's still as good as new. We had an agreement. I would use the sword for a month and don't try to weasel your way out of it, you little runt. I told you to test that sword in real combat situation, not let it have its beauty sleep in your scabbard. Hey, I did my best. Do you actually know how durable this thing is? You're a disgrace, Kobold. Get out of my sight. I thought you had what it took for the job, but I was obviously wrong. Get. Go on now, get. Hey, you promised me a reward in exchange for... Don't make me gut you, pal. Your innards would make this lovely pavement look bad. We don't have any crafting recipes, okay. Here to prove your mettle. After a closer look, probably not. That claymore at your back is probably just for show, I'd say. Don't take it the wrong way, old man, but you're really not the type I'd like to impress. Whoa, this one's got some kick on his tongue. Sure you're not here to test some of my swords? No, guess not. Not with those scrawny shoulders of yours. You're growing senile, Gramps. You should start making sense if you want this conversation to go anywhere. By the dead gods, we got a thinker over here. He wants the whole story. Then listen, thinker. I'm trying a new alloy for weapons, for our boys to use against the arc lights back there. It's a sort of Arcadian steel tempered with a bit of crystal. It's supposed to give some magical properties. And I need to know how it withstands long-term damage. Its enchantment is volatile and I wouldn't want it to evaporate after 1 or 2 blows. Thing is, the volunteers I keep tasking with this mission are pathetic excuses for warriors. For the life of them, they just can't seem to wear the blade out. They're probably not even trying though. They happen to knock a couple of wolves out and they believe they're some kind of legendary swordsman. I need someone who will take this blade out for a spin in a shower, and not in the spring water if you catch my drift. This baby needs violence. Find some tough enemies to slay or slaughter Orocos by the thousands. I just want that blade worn out by the time you come back to me and its magic depleted. What do I get out of this? A thank you maybe? Or even better, a cup of tea? I'm the best blacksmith there is, kid. I'll let that feisty brain of yours imagine what it's like to be in my good graces. So, interested, wimp? Yep. Give me that blade and don't cry when you see what I make of it. Hey, I'm not the blind girlfriend you left your backwater village, champ. I need more than empty promises. Arcadian steel sword. I have to say, it looks cool. I guess we could level it up. So let's see. Current one she's using. E-power, 8 magic, 8 incantation. This is 12, 12, 12. Oh, it's actually 999, so it's worse than the seer staff +1, but it might have some better crystal slots. Ooh, doesn't look like it. But you know what? We should level it up anyway. Spring with speed. Thunder Rift. And Fire Rift. Alright. And then for The Arcadian Steel Sword. This is 4 damage or 5 damage and 3 defense. Magic and speed. Icicle strike. For incantation speed and 12 HP, which doesn't matter. Or 1 magic defense, 1 haste. Do the magic defense and haste. I guess that's fine. Time loop. Yeah, I don't like time loop. Rather get that. What green spells does he have? Okay, none. So we'll do this. Lightning strike with attack. And another attack. There we go. I need to focus. Let us speak later. I wonder if she'll be a party member. Alright, let's go back to the entrance and we'll save it there and call it an evening. What level are we? 12. We could almost fight that big one. It was only 15, I think. Alright. So that is it for me this evening. Let's see if we can raid anybody. Let's raid Ken. He's playing GTA 4. So, you guys have a good night, take care, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.